Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This morning you have joined me and we are on our way to Staithes. Sorry, it's the first time I've done one of these morning vlogs in a while. If you've never heard of Staithes, I'll show you some pictures I've taken off the internet. I'm here before any of the light is cast in the sky, and I'm hoping that there's going to be lots of very high altitude clouds. That's what's been forecast, lots of high altitude clouds, and it kind of looks like there is. But if there is, wow, this morning is going to be special. I should probably get on with it. Right, let's see what it's like. Fingers crossed, eh? So I'm out of the car and I'm trying to find the viewpoint, but the conditions are looking great. Well, I hope. It does look like the clouds might be pretty thick towards the horizon line, but I've still got about 20 minutes until the sun starts to come up, and the sun comes up straight out over the sea. And the lights are on in the town, and even if the light is still poor this evening, it's still one hell of a location. It really is. And I am the only photographer here, which is amazing. Absolutely amazing. Wow. I've never actually seen this viewpoint for myself in real life, but it is incredible. Perfect for a little seaside town. Wait until you check this out. So I'm already thinking, 1 minute, let's get a bit more light on the situation. But I'm already thinking 24mm guaranteed, has to be, with a, there we go, it's probably a little bit bright, but thinking 24mm. Oh god, morning photography. So I'm thinking 24mm with my polarizer on the front to try and cut off a bit of glare off the water, maybe bring a bit of colour into it. Not that the colour will be there now, but if I get set up for my image throughout time now, it's going to be so much easier. And that is the plan for this morning, to take a photograph with the lights on, blend that in with the sun coming up, and then maybe some colour in the sky as well, and hopefully some light cast on the houses as well. Now if I manage to get that, that'd be perfect, absolutely perfect. But standing here chatting ain't going to get this image. So what I've just done is I've just changed my white balance from auto into cloudy. The reason why is because as I'm shooting through the morning, the light is going to change so dramatically. Now if I'm having to readjust and trying to copy the white balance the camera's saved depending on each shot, it's going to be really difficult, because what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to have my camera in portrait and I'm going to be doing a 2-shot panoramic so that I can get the whole scene. If I had an ultra wide angle lens, I'd be fine, but I don't. So this is going to be really important. Now the challenge is going to be getting my tripod super level. So lots of micro adjustments. There we go, the tripod's nice and level now. Now just make sure I've got my shot where I want it to be. And that as I pan from right to left, Everything is beautifully sharp. And then for focusing, nice and simple. The furthest house, the furthest light, focus to infinity. I'm not going to start focus stacking because I am doing that panoramic. There we go. That's nice and sharp. Now to get the filters on, and yeah, I think it's time to start shooting. So what I'm going to do now is choose two very obvious points that as I pan across, I know once I've hit them points to stop. So I'm thinking as soon as this building here gets about 1 centimetre into my scene, that's where I want my panoramic to be. But if I shoot a little bit further until this house is in, and then I know where I can crop it to. So I've left a little bit of breathing space. So I'm going to shoot from there. Another shot here. And as soon as I've got that white car in, I know to finish there. So it's going to be a 3-shot panoramic. So this is going to be 1. That's going to be 2. And that's going to be 3. Using them guiders to help make sure I get my panoramics nice and level. So I think it's time to get my settings correct now. So I'm going to keep it on ISO 100. I'm going to raise my f-stop to f11, and I'm going to change my exposure accordingly. So there we are, slightly underexposed, 20 seconds. Oh, we don't want it all the way on 20 seconds. So I'm going to have to raise my ISO. I do not want it on 20 seconds. 200, let's see what that gives us. 8 seconds, that'll do. So this is my first shot. Make sure none of the highlights are blown out. Good, everything's in the shadows. There we go, and firing off for my first shot. So there's my first shot, checking out everything is nice and sharp. Look at that. Incredible. Looks beautiful. Beautifully sharp. Now for my second stitch, second of the shots. Pan round until I have the corner of this building here in shot. I reckon go slightly further. There. And then again, change my exposure a little bit. Looking beautiful. Bring it around one more time until I get to that house. I think I'm going to have to make this a 4-shot panoramic. It's always good to leave lots of breathing space when stitching, because the programs sometimes, they're not brilliant. And if you've come all this way and then you don't get your shot because you were too keen on how big of a gap to leave between the shots, it's not worth the risk. Well, unfortunately my microphone has started to be really strange on that bit of video anyway. But what I was explaining is that I'm going to carry on shooting the same processes I've done, and I'm going to set up a little bit of a time lapse so you can watch the sky change as I do. Anyway, back to the video. As you'll have noticed throughout the time lapse, that colour never came. Now there is just over there a big cumulus cloud which is sitting right on the horizon line, and at one point this morning I saw this red gap of light and I thought, yes, here it comes. But yeah, that big cloud over there has definitely stopped the sun, because right now the sun is probably just behind this hill, starting to come up over the horizon line, and this is like the worst cloud to photograph in my opinion. The one where you get streaks of blue and reds and, well, not reds, it would be lovely if there was some reds, but you get streaks of like different shades of blues and different shades of yellows. That almost makes it to orange, but you can't do a lot with it. Even with post-processing, it doesn't do a lot. But my blue hour shot, my first shot this morning, I think that is probably being my favourite. And I'm not sure what I'll blend in with that. I'm not sure if I'll change the sky or not. But it is the location, yet again, I have to come back to. Because that composition, it's just absolutely beautiful. And as I'm talking, I'll show you that first swipe that I did with a GoPro. Just how beautiful the composition is with the houses, the little river poking through. It's a pretty good composition. It's just a shame the light never came. But I am here in the northeast until Wednesday. Today is Saturday, so I've still got a good chance of capturing this scene. Whether I'll vlog it or whether I'll just drive down myself, I'm not sure yet. But I think that is going to be all from me this week. I'll leave you with the images that I've captured at the end, or at least the ones I liked, and maybe a composite between the time periods. Maybe. But I don't know. Until I get back and look on my computer, I have no idea. But that is all from me this week. And yeah, next time you'll see me, I think, will be in the new location where I'm going to be living, which is exciting. It's going to be back in Scotland, and it's going to be on the west coast. But you'll have to wait until you see the vlogs, or at least follow my Facebook page so you can see the pictures. That'll be the biggest giveaway. Anyway, all from me. Peace out. Have a nice weekend.